Hey, what's going on YouTube? The Bearded Baron here, bringing you guys another phasmophobia video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Paranormal Paparazzi. Now, this is going to be done over on the Point Hope map, which has its own different kinds of trials and tribulations to it. So, if you guys are new to phasmophobia, if you're looking for a place to learn how to do the ghosty kind of stuff, look no further than the channel. Please give me a follow. I'd appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into this. Now, Point Hope itself is the largest map in Phasmophobia based off of distance-wise. It looks like, for the most part, we have tier 3 of everything to use for recording, such as our cameras, our flashlight, our video cameras. But it looks like everything else is either non-existent, like the EMF readers, the thermometers. And it looks like we've got some tier 1 stuff. Tier 1, tier 2 stuff for the other things. Of note, we have no sanity. We have no smudge sticks at all either. So we're going to have to try to figure this out. Now, for this being on Point Hope, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. I'm going to assume that we are probably going to get 3 pieces of evidence. So there is that. The other side of it is... with this map being so large, there's a couple of ways that you could play this. You could play it as a grab the cursed object, break it, try to get, try to figure it out based off of the way that it hunts before it unalives you. Because remember, you don't have to worry about, the ghost unaliving you during these kind of weekly challenges because it's free. It's a freebie. So you can't go wrong with that at all. You're the massive Phasmo player. I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. See here, what cursed object do we have, if we have anything? So no mirror, no tarot cards, no Ouija board. That's what we passed by thus far. No summoning circle. We're gonna get the power on here while we can. Let's see, no music box. Although the ghost is in that room. Nice. What did I capture here? A thrown object, okay. No voodoo doll. Man, if it makes you go all the way up here for the monkey paw, that's gonna be rough. They do make you go all the way up here for the monkey paw. That is rough. So there's a couple of things that we can leverage, or we could try to leverage with this. One of them is being, like, I wish to see the ghost, which would be good. Also, you could do something along the lines of, we have orbs. Nice. So that helps us out with a piece of evidence. We're going to do this the legit way, and I'm going to say we're going to try to get, all 3 pieces of evidence, or closest to getting 3 pieces of evidence. And then we'll try a couple of rounds with us trying to figure out the ghost based off of the hunt. Or we'll do it once based off of the hunt. The other 2 times we'll try to do it. On you, TikTok, I learned from your videos and YouTube to help me identify the ghost. I appreciate that, Emily. Yeah, there's 100% sanity from the start. We are locked in fake Baron's basement. Oh my gosh. Do the orbs always show it up if it's an evidence? Or does the ghost have to choose to spawn them like how dots work? No, it'll always be there. If you have orbs, there will always be like orbs. If that makes sense. All right, we're gonna go O Dark 30 here for a second. Is this? Oh, it's tier 2, so we get an extra flashlight. Nice. I thought they were tier 1s. Alright, we're going all the way back up. I'm just gonna see how this YouTube video will be edited, like how we edited chat out for once to keep it quiet, or maybe just a center part to give us something. What do you mean? Where are you?
That was taken away.
Ooh, okay, so we got Spirit Box and Ghost Orbs. Mary, Yokai, or an Onryo. Interesting. All right. Does this do anything for us? See, ghost writing gives us a mirror. Ultraviolet gives us nothing. Freezing temps is an Onryo and dots. So I gotta grab the dots. Can't grab the freezing temps anyways. And we can hope that it writes in the ghost book by the time that we get back. Could maybe be a mimic if we had fingerprints, or if we get fingerprints. We'll check for that as well. Just to be on the safe side, for sure. How do you know so fast what the ghost is, even with the evidence? Sometimes I have it wrong. Well, if you're playing on a mode that has evidence, then it's either it is or isn't. Right? Like, if the ghost taps on a window, for example, and it does not leave fingerprints, then you can pretty safely rule out no UV. Now, I say pretty safely because Obakes have a 25% chance to not leave fingerprints when they tap onto something. So there is that. But the exception of that, you would have, you know, like if it tapped multiple times and you never got UV, then you would never get UV. Mimics cannot do ghost writing. No. It's always going to be the same for mimics. It's always going to be spirit box, fingerprints, freezing temps, and orbs. The orbs are always going to be fake. So if you get a combination of those, then you always want to check to see if you've got a mimic. And a friend, every time we use a spirit box, we have problems getting the spirit box to work. Likely that is a setting in your computer itself or your system itself. You need to make sure that if you're playing like on Steam, for example, you can go into your PC settings and you change your microphone to whatever microphone that you're using for your PC, and then that'll help you in game. Oh, we got ghost or ghost writing. Now, chat, here is this is a pro tip for you guys. So that way you guys can see it and you will know instantly if whether or not that the ghost wrote into your book with tier 1 evidence or not, right? So, the way that this works is you want to look for the pencil, right? Every book's got it. Every book has it. When you place down a book, for example, when you place it down on the floor in front of you, you will notice that we have the pencil on the pad. Now, if you do have ghost writing at all, then you will notice that that pencil then disappears. Even with the tier 1, with it being hard to see, I can see that there's no pencil here, so I know that we've got ghost writing immediately when I see it. Hymnims, thank you so much for the follow. So that's how we know that ghost writing, spirit box, and orbs, that this is a mirror. Right? And then we can just do this and we can go, I wish to see the ghost. I wish to trap the ghost. Trapped. Chat, the mods are amazing. What's up, Josu? How are you doing today? And he was giving his ghost writing there at the end as well. So there it is. It is a mirror. Now, again, like I said, you don't have to worry about the ghost unaliving you, because what we are going for here is whether or not that we correctly find the ghost. So as long as you have it correctly identified, you don't need to worry about living or dying. So we're gonna go back up. We're gonna check again here while we can. Right? This is the second match for us to do it the legit way, and then I will try to do it a round or two with us doing no evidence to try to be able to do it that way. Now I'm bringing, because I don't have an EMF. Normally I would run in here with like an EMF, or you'd run in with like a thermometer to help you to be able to figure out where the ghost room is. Since we don't have those, I'm using the video camera here as a way of checking for orbs or checking for thrown objects, anything, while we are walking through here. So if I open up any of these doors and we see that white square form in the viewfinder, then it'll tell us that the ghost is in that room. But I'm pretty sure that the ghost is always going to be, or at least the cursed object is always going to be the same on these. I don't know where the ghost would be, for example. Now, we do have a lot of choices on the monkey ball here. The problem with this map is that you can get a ghost that's all the way up here at the top, which would just suck. I don't know why. I thought that was something there real quick. Now, the other thing that we can do is we can leverage the monkey paw here. And I could say, I wish to trap the ghost. Okay, I didn't hear a door shut at all. So what that did is that basically put us on a timer. Right? So in 90 seconds from now, the ghost will hunt. However, what we are looking for here is to see if whether or not that it shut any of these doors that we have open. So we can say, nope, none of these doors got shut. Now, in areas like this, where the ghost, where the room is open, that doesn't really help us. But it does help to narrow it down. Now, after the 90 seconds, if we're still inside the house, then the ghost will hunt us. But what I'm hoping for is that one of these rooms down here, maybe down here in the bottom portion, Yep. So the ghost is in this room. See how there's a lock on the door now? Oh, that's weird. Ma'am, I'm outside. Okay. What? She did lock me out. That's all right. All right, we got it. We just escaped. This map is one huge line of sight breaker, so that just helps escaping the hunts. True, but it also makes it a little bit more difficult. Because now you have to deal with the fact... Okay, so it touched... You have to deal with the fact that you can't really hear the ghost between the two floors. Right? Between multiple floors, which does make it a little bit more difficult. So we don't have any ultraviolet. Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? See, so we can immediately rule out. Flipped on a light switch. We're going to double check for the fingerprints here real quick. No fingerprints again. So we've got no orbs, no spirit box, and no ultraviolet, which gives us either a shade or an Oni. Now, a lot of people, since you don't have an EMF reader, a lot of people think you wouldn't be able to get EMF evidence, and that's not true. You can still get EMF evidence over here on this side, right? See these jumps of 4 that we were getting here? This jump of 4 right here. So the way that the total activity box or the total activity screen works is that it's telling you what the ghost is doing. So in this sense, EMF 2 means it touches like a door. Touches a door, taps on a window. EMF 3 means that it throws an object, right? So we can see this jump from a 4 to a 7 here is a good indicator that it threw an object that was there. It probably threw another object while it was here. Now, these jumps of 4 mean one of two things. Sometimes, if you look at an EMF reader, like the Tier 2 EMF reader, it will have that green light is already on. So you can assume that that's already a 1, right? In the grand scheme of things. We're steady at a 1, and it can go to a 5. So when you see a jump of a 4 or a jump of 5, it could be an indicator of what you're looking at is actually an EMF 5, right? So we're seeing a 4 here. Now, the only other thing that could give like a 4 like this would be a ghost event. But since that we're the only people that are here and there's nobody in the house, then the ghost can't do events while everybody's outside the house. So when you're seeing a bunch of jumps of like 4 or 5 on the total activity board, you can pretty safely assume that what you have is EMF 5. Yep. Give me that. Dang. Yeah, let's go. Matt, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. See, now we can look and we can see we still have the pencil in here, so we can rule out that we probably don't have any kind of ghost writing yet. All right, let's leave out here again. See, there's a jump of 5 right there. So see, so from 0 to 5. So we definitely have like an EMF 5 activity going on. Now, if we didn't have the stands, then you could also mount the stuff to the floor, like what we see over here. Now, we don't have freezing temps, so that's not going to help us to be able to determine either. That could be either or, right? So we're either looking for ghost writing or we're looking for dots. That's going to be the deciding factor with what we have left. Wendy Jackson, thank you so much for the follow. Right, so we put that down there. Now with the EMF or with the dots, you can put the dots, you can mount them onto a bunch of different stuff. Oh, there's the dots. You can hold it in your hand and you can get the dots that way. If you're not that brave and you don't want to hold on to it, right, then I would just recommend that you could either like throw it on the floor to give you that kind of viewpoint to it, or you could turn around and you can place it. And if you hold down the placement key and spin it, then you can place it wherever that you need the light to go. So that's always good. So with that, we know that we've got an Oni. So that's 2 up, 2 down. We got 1 more. Metalhead till death. Brooke, DM, thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
So we'll do 1 more here to get the weekly. And again, if you guys have any of these kind of questions, if you've not checked out my live streams, please check them out. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm live 4 days a week. Love helping out new players. Love answering questions of any kind. So if you have anything, be sure to let me know. Now, we tried. Gene, yeah. Here's a rip. The hockey guy, thank you for the follow. We need to get lucky again. We need ghost orbs. We need ghost orbs on like first floor would be amazing. I've never had the ghost in the kitchen. I honestly cannot think of a time that I've actually had the ghost in the kitchen area. So I don't know if that's one of those things where you can actually get it in there or not. It seems like the ghost is always north of the game room. Like it's always up higher from the game room. Di, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that. Nice. We got ghost orbs in here. I will take that. And head back downstairs. What's the weekly challenge? Paranormal Paparazzi. So we've got tier 3 of everything that you could take, like for taking photos of the ghosts and stuff, and then there's like a mixture of tier 2, tier 1 stuff for everything else, or not at all. One time I played this map, I was on the floor right under the top. Oh, for it to be like the odds that it's on one of the first floors, it seems to be very rare. It always seems to be like it spawns on one of the upper floors, and it's super annoying when it does happen. Thinking poltergeist? Might be. Maybe. I don't know. See, we got orbs already, and that kind of rules out a poltergeist. But that's okay. All right, let's bring in... We're going to go on Dark 30 here for a minute. You're an orb. Hey, Baron, you have a question? How did you, Did you take it down, or do you still have a video on? Of what, Vito? I don't know what you're talking about. Nico Vixen. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Could be a mimic. We can't... Obviously, can't rule out that it would be a mimic. YouTube playing Fast Food Simulator? I don't know. I was really good at playing Fast Food Sim. Did a really good job playing Fast Food Simulator. And Dusty saying kitchen is the only room that a ghost can't spawn in. That's probably fair. All right, we'll set this down. Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Nice. So we got spirit box, ghost orbs, which still could be a mimic, right? For sure. Just depends. See snips of your streams, you're finally able to catch your channel. I appreciate that. Well, welcome in. There's a thing that I would love to know this, right? So I'm going to say this. If you're watching this for a YouTube video, I would love to know what you guys would like to see as a phasmophobia series on YouTube. Turbo, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that. Right? I'd love to know. You know what I mean? And I think the idea that I could come up with was to say, okay, we start off with like a no evidence run, and then I let chat, whatever is the most liked comment, or the most requested comment in the comment section, we add that as a caveat to the next no evidence run. Right? So the difficulty wouldn't necessarily change, right? We wouldn't just, because I know people's first instinct would just be like, we'll do Apocalypse 3 no evidence. And it's like, okay, then that's just an Apocalypse 3 video. What I'm talking about is going in and doing a no evidence, but then like, okay, in order, you know, like, you have to play on Nell's Diner, and you have to grab every food item out of the house before you can complete the investigation. So you got to grab anything and everything that is food, and you have to throw it outside of the house while still doing the investigation, you know, or something along those lines. Yeah, like the no touch, no door challenge. But let you guys determine what you guys would like to see. That's at least my thought process. Air mic always on challenge. Yeah, I like, hey, except for when placing down items, I always have to have the parabolic mic on. Take out every item before you can investigate. That would be a fucking long video. Do you know how many items that they put on like new stuff on the new maps? It's a lot. It is a lot. Like Bleasdale, I think has like 1,200 items or something like just stupid like that. Chat his ears. Well, I'm not opposed to doing that, but it would be something along the lines of that I would make them for YouTube only kind of thing. Yeah, Nels would take forever. I think Leona did I think she did a thing where she calculated how much stuff you could actually get from like Nels or whatever. I know she at least did it with Bleasdale. I don't know if she did it with Nels or not. So we don't have any ghost writing. I'm going to say no ghost writing. Oh, that was good for us. It touched the door. Any fingerprints? No fingerprints. So that rules out the mimic. Right? We're either looking for dots or freezing temps. Is what we were looking for. And since we won't be able to get freezing temps, we can just head back out to the van. Let the chat pick the loadout for the next video. I mean, that could also work too. But I feel like chat, like, Not saying that it wouldn't be. Well, it would be whatever the most requested comment was. I like that video. If I had it on there, it's still on there, Vito. Sam, thank you for the follow. I don't take down any of my videos. If it's up, it's up. We don't want your excuses. No, it's not an excuse. That makes for. It would basically just be the ghost just hunting, because I don't know that I would be able to clear out everything in that amount of time. The other thing that I would like to test out would be like, what would happen? Like a series of what would happen if you had a ghost that was a poltergeist, and you were able to put every single object in the map in that room with it. Like how much is too many items? One time going into the house and guess the ghost? That'd be a short video, though. So, like, I'm going to say, like, half the ghost, maybe about 60% of the ghost, you can actually figure out based off of the way that it hunts. Or based off of some hidden characteristic of it. With that being said, I don't know that it would necessarily... You know, like if you went in there and you didn't have one of those ghosts, and it would just be a pretty boring video. You said screwing and called out of work tomorrow? What? Do a blind guess and then investigate? I mean, we could. Also, Baron, come over. I've made homemade dumplings. I've never had... And I'm not saying that yours are good or bad. I'm not saying that. I've never had dumplings. I'm not opposed to it. I just never I never go out of my way. It's like what is it? An enchilada? I've never had an enchilada. Right? Never done it. WRX Breathe, thank you for the follow. Canthus. Thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Is it can't hit shit? Thank you for the volume. All right. I think it's freezing temps, so I think that this is an on-rail because we've not gotten dots this entire time, so we're going to go back. We should try dumplings. That's fair. I went with Baroness and Oliver. We went the other week to... We went the other week to a ramen place. I've never actually had like ramen, and I feel like they did great, but it's just not my thing. Yo, what's up, Timmy Lou? Faye Kitty coming in here with a rating party of 11. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello there. Welcome in, everybody. Hello there, Gavin. How are you doing today? Guys, for those of you who don't know me, I am Baron. I love my mods, and we love to play scary games as well. Welcome in, though, everybody. Hopefully, you guys have had an absolutely amazing day. Welcome in. What were you playing? I'd love to see a video that shows the nuances of each map, like the blind box from the bed and the blue room to the top right on Edgefield, or spots on Sunny Meadows where you can shimmy back and forth, like the matron's office or the piano in Bleasdale. I mean, those are just exploit spots, and we've done those before. What's up, Crazy Eel? Welcome in. Hello there, Viking Thunder. Okay, it does not seem to be concerned. Did we miss something else here? We still don't have ghost writing. If you go someplace... No, I guess it depends. Right, I guess it would depend. So, like, some spots are just, like, in Edgefield, standing on the other side of the bed and knowing that the way that the game is designed, that you can stand behind the bed and the ghost can't see you, I wouldn't count that as, like, an exploit. Going up to someplace in, like, Edgefield where you can wedge yourself into a spot where the ghost can't get you would be considered an exploit. But the piano in, like, Bleasdale, for example, the devs they know about that one. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12 Mississippi, 13 Mississippi, 14 Mississippi, 15 Mississippi, 16 Mississippi, 17 Mississippi, 18 Mississippi, 19 Mississippi, 20 Mississippi. More than 20 seconds? I don't know. It does not seem to be concerned about these at all, right? We have ghost orbs. Now you can. Okay, now I go back to, I feel like it's an Onryo again. Let's see if it blows this out. If it blows out my candle within 20 seconds, then it's definitely an Onryo. No, I'm not playing with Flash, not right now. He did ask if we were playing. He did ask if I was streaming the other day. That's definitely an Onryo. See how it blew out my candle within 20, or it blew out my lighter within 20 seconds? So it was lit, blew it out, and then we turned it back on and it blew it out again. If you get that where it blows it out 2 times within 20 seconds, definitely an Onryo. So the only thing that's keeping, I'm going to say that keeps the Onryo from hunting at that point is just the fact that my lighter is on. Well, it's the weekly challenge, Timmy Lou, so that's probably it. So there you go. 3 up, 3 down. There's 3 different matches for you to be able to figure out the ghost. Again, if you have any kind of questions, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. I'd love to be able to answer questions. I'd love to be able to help you guys to get more confident being able to do these kind of maps, especially Point Hope. It can be very daunting if you're new to the game because of all the floors that are associated with it. So if you have any kind of questions, feel free to ask them. Like and follow the video. Definitely helps it out. I definitely do check these kind of things. So I appreciate you guys. You all are loved and valued. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Let's go. I wish I could memorize all these details. That's impressive. I mean, it's time. There we go.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Easy $5,333.